Okay? So we'll start now. Find a good position, seated. You can be seated in a little chair, or you could be seated on a block or on a pillow. I really recommend that you lift your hips higher than your knees because this helps the back to find its natural curve. Okay? This exercise is called the swan. And what you're going to do is bring your arms out in front of you. So if I'm bringing my arms straight out in front and I'm going to clasp my hands like this. From the side, you'll see it brings my arms straight out from the shoulders. So they're straight out in front. And I'm going to turn my head. We'll start to the right. I'll turn my head to the right. I'll lift the chin and let the head go back as far as is comfortable for the neck. And I'll make a little kiss movement with my lips. And then relaxing, I'll bring my head back to the center and we'll change sides. Turn the head, roll it out to the left, stretch the head back as far as possible and make a little kiss. And then coming back to center. All right, this time we'll go a little farther. You'll let the head roll out to the right, lifting the chin, let the head go back, make the kiss, and swing your arms to your left. Go farther to the left with the arms. Then bring everything back to center. Good. Be sure you're doing this to a point where you feel the effort, but no pain. Please, no pain in the neck. Then we'll let our head go to the left, let the head drop back, make the kiss, and swing your arms to the right. And we'll come back to center. Notice what this does, not only for the neck, the face, but also the upper back and shoulders. Now let's do them both at the same time. We'll let the head go and the arms go. Head goes to the right, arms go to the left, make the kiss. Come back to center. Good. Other side. Head goes to the left, arms to the right, make the kiss. Back to center. One more time each side. Here we go. Head goes to the right, arms to the left, make the kiss. Back to center. Last time. Head goes to the left, arms to the right, and kiss. Back to center. Well done. Bring your hands down and roll your shoulders. Nice big circles. And we'll change directions. Go in the opposite direction. Good. Bring your arms around behind you. Clasp the hands together and stretch the arms straight behind you as far as possible. Lift your chest, lift your chin, let the head go back as far as is comfortable, and take 3 deep breaths here. If possible, in and out through the nose. One more deep breath. And then relax your arms. Place your hands onto your thighs. Tilt your chin down towards your chest. Roll the head to the right shoulder slowly and gently. And then we change sides, rolling the head to the left shoulder. Good, very good. To the right. Breathing slowly to the left. Taking your time. One more time to the right. And last time to the left. Bring your chin back down to your chest and raise the head up. Very good. Let's get onto our mats and come onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So if you're on a chair, set your chair to the side and get yourself ready onto your mat. Here, we'll start already with the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and begin that dialing out. It's an activation of the arms and the shoulders. Remember, this does not come from the elbows. The elbows will set themselves in the proper position. But if you have the activation of the muscles dialing out properly, you'll get those shoulders and an incredible activation of the upper core muscles. It's locking everything in with the rib cage. Take a deep breath in and curl your spine, look skyward. Breathing out, round, and look to your belly button. And again, we'll breathe in. We're going to nicely warm up the low back. Breathing out, rounding. Once more, let's breathe in and curl. Breathing out, rounding. Coming back to a flat back. Let's set our left hand underneath the nose. And we'll take a deep breath in, raise your right elbow, twisting to the right, stretch the right arm up as high as possible, and breathe out, weave it underneath the body and twist in the opposite direction. We'll do that again. Breathe in, lift the elbow and the arm and stretch up. Breathing out, twist, weaving underneath. One more time. Let's breathe in, twist, elbow, arm, and weave underneath. Now stay here with the arm weaving underneath you and stretch your left arm far out in front of you. You can place the right hand side of the head down and stay here and breathe for a few deep breaths. Slide your left hand back, push against the floor to come back up onto your hands and knees. Hands dialing out, get yourself activated, and we'll go into cat-cow again. Breathe in, curl the spine, breathing out and rounding. Breathing in and curling, breathing out and rounding. Once more, let's breathe in and breathe out. Moving back to a flat back. Right hand goes underneath the nose. Here we go with the left arm. Take a deep breath in, begin lifting the elbow, stretch the arm to the sky. And as you breathe out, weave the arm underneath you, twisting, turn your head to the right. Let's do that again. Breathe in, raise the elbow, arm, and breathing out, let's twist and turning the head, weaving the arm underneath you. Once more, breathe in, raise the arm, and breathe out, twisting. Now we'll stay here. Stretch your right arm out in front of you. The left-hand side of the head is down, and you'll stretch, reach far beyond you with the right arm. Left arm placed on the floor. Take a few deep breaths. Very good. Bring the right hand back. Push against the floor, coming up onto all fours. Now let's walk our hands a little bit farther out in front of us. And we're just going to lean back towards the heels and come back forward. Warming up the knees. Go back and then forward. And if possible, go farther, just gently going farther. For those of you who might have a knee issue, you want to be aware that not to push too deeply into the flexion of the knees. So just go as far as is comfortable. One more time. And now we're going to tuck the toes under and rise to a downward facing dog pose. Feet are hip width, hands shoulder width. We're dialing the hands out, so we've got that activation. Bend your right knee, press the left heel down. Bend your left knee, press the right heel down. And again, just pedal your feet a few times. Let the hips move. Let the legs warm up. Now,
We'll straighten both legs and point the right toes, place the top of the right foot down and press into it, bending at the knee so you get a stretch down the front of the right ankle. And then we'll change. Left foot, press it down, push down into the front of the foot, so the front of the ankle gets a stretch. Tuck it back under, and let's begin gently stepping our feet forward till you reach the front edge of your mat. Feet are apart, second toes pointing forward. Big toe mounds down, all toes touching the floor. See if you can get the toes to spread apart a little bit. Just take them with your fingers and make some space between each of the toes. Knees are bent. Arms can drop down and lower your head. Let's go rolling the right and left shoulders. Then you can turn your head from right to left, a little no. And then let's make a little yes with the head. Good. Grab your elbows now and take that sway from side to side. Keep the legs strong. See if you can just make it a swaying in the upper body. So this is going to help the low back to warm up a little bit, to get stretched out a little bit more. Now bend your knees low and let's set our hands onto our thighs. Lift your chin, lift your chest, and see if you can get your back long and stay in this position. Feet dialing out, pull the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen out the neck, and you're in a bending forward position, hips moving back, back is long. See if you can take 3 deep breaths here. Breathing in, breathe out. Get the breath into the chest, breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in and out. And come all the way to a standing position. All right. In the standing position, legs are straight. Be sure the knees are not hyperextending. They should be straight without hyperextension, nor without completely bending them. So just a straight leg. Then you dial your feet out. You should feel that activation. And when I talk about this, I want to go a little bit more deeply into this idea. When you activate and dial the feet out, some really beautiful things happen. Not only do your thighs activate and your knees get into a proper position for practice, but there is Mula Bandha that happens, which is a little perennial lock. And this, as I've spoken to all of you about this before in classes, this is super important for all of us, men and women alike, to have our perennial muscles working, especially during yoga class, okay? So you want that dialing out so you feel, there is a contraction here, Mula Bandha lifts a little bit, and you can pull your belly in just slightly. You don't have to suck it in, but just feel a gentle contraction of the belly in this position. Now, keeping the legs dialing out, clasp your hands behind you, stretch your arms back as long as possible, and begin leaning back. Draw the throat and ears back. Keep the belly strong. Keep the legs dialing out. It's a challenge. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Breathe here. 3, legs strong. 2, this is activating even more Mula Bandha, your perennial lock. And 1, release, looking forward, hands to your heart center. Clasping your hands together, push the palms skyward. Keeping those legs dialing out. Let's lean to our right and hold. Breathing deeply, you'll feel both the sides of the ribs lifting. So the bottoms of the rib cage lift up and away from the hips. Legs stay strong. One more deep breath in. Rise back up.
Breathing in, lift. Let's breathe out and go to our left this time. And hold. Both sides of the rib cage lifting away from the hips. Legs are strong, activated. Feet pressing down. One more deep breath in. Rise back up. Open your arms, bring your hands back to your heart center. And let's begin moving. During Surya Namaskar, if it's too fast, you slow down. If you want to go for it, take up speed each time we run through it. Okay, so the first one is the slowest, then we get a little faster, then we get a little faster. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms, and let's stretch skyward. Breathing out, folding forward. Bring your hands to the earth. Breathing in, take a halfway lift. Hands on the floor, ankle. They could also be on the thighs if you prefer to protect your low back. Set your hands down and step back to a plank position. Strong plank here. Arms activating. Hands dialing out to get that activation. Lower the knees. Look forward. And do a little push-up if you wish. Moving all the way down. Point your toes, lengthening your legs out behind you. Rise up to a cobra. In the cobra, dial the hands out. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the knees first. Tuck your toes and push back to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet if you wish. Looking to your hands. Big steps forward. Big steps. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Now remember, your halfway lift, you can have your hands on the ankles, the knees, the thighs, or on the floor. But be sure your back is long. You've got a long, long back. Folding forward. Hands to your hips. Bend the knees, dialing out. Lift your chin first. Elbows go up. Chin. Chest. Rest of the body. Come to standing. Hands at your heart center. Always dialing out with the feet. Deep breath in. Let's go a little faster. Breathing out, folding. Halfway lift. Breathing in. Step back to your plank position. Dialing the hands out. You could lower the knees and do a push-up, or you move all the way down. Pointing the toes, lengthen out. Rise to a cobra. Chest comes back down. Pushing back, downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet right and left. Looking to your hands, stepping, or you could jump forward if you wish. Halfway lift, folding forward, hands to your hips, elbows up. Bend your knees, rise, dialing the feet out as you rise to standing. Hands to your heart center. A little bit faster now. Deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, folding forward. Looking good. Breathing in, halfway lift. Lift your chin, Geraldine, halfway lift. Yes. Stepping back to a plank position. Everyone strong, strong plank. Dial the hands out. Push up if you wish. All the way down, point your toes to cobra. Excellent, Vincian. Chest comes back down and push back to downward facing dog. Good, Richard. Nice. Pedaling your feet right and left, right and left. Doing great, everybody. Another round and we'll go even faster. Ready? Look to your hands, step or jump forward. Stay slow if you want to. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Good, hands to your hips, elbows up, push down, dialing the feet out to rise. Excellent, hands to the heart center. Let's go, deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, fold forward. Yes, halfway lift, breathing in, good Geraldine. Step back to plank position. One push-up or two or three if you prefer. Good. All the way down, point your toes, rise to a cobra, and push back to downward facing dog. Nice, deep breaths in and out. Excellent. And again, look to your hands, step or jump forward. Halfway lift, breathe in, breathe out, fold forward. Good, hands to your hips, elbows up to the sky, push down and rise. Hands to your heart center. Let's go again, breathing in, rise, breathing out, fold, yes. Breathing in, halfway lift, stepping back to plank position. 1 push-up, 2 or 3. Good, all the way down, pointing your toes, moving into cobra. Bring your chest back down before moving back to downward facing dog. Well done. Yeah, pedaling your feet. Okay, bringing your feet together. Now this is where we're gonna work the core. We're gonna fire up strengthen the core muscles. If you feel, okay, I need to bring my knees down to do these, that's fine. That is the modification. So raise your right leg up behind you. Taking a deep breath in, breathe out, bring the knee to the nose, under the body. You can also do this on your knees. Very good. Breathing in, raise the leg back up. This time to the right elbow. Let's go. Out to the right. Woo, good, 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 Taina. Back up again. To the left elbow. Whew, under the body, cross it across. Yes. Breathing in, rise back up. Breathing out, knee to the nose. Back up again. To the right elbow. If you can even put the knee to the outside of the right elbow, even better. Back up again. Now to the left elbow. Cross it underneath the body. Good. Back up again. Raise the leg high. Excellent. Swing the foot between the hands and take warrior 2. So right foot comes forward, left foot back, rise up, stretch the arms. Here, you want the dialing out of the front foot. It helps the knee to stay out. What you want to avoid is having the knee collapse inwards. You want it to dial outwards with that muscle activation. There's a lot of deep muscles on the outside of the thigh and the hip, which will really help not just to tone the legs properly, but to keep the joint capsules in the right position for your knee and for the hip. Keep that activation. Take another deep breath in. Reverse now and hold. Hold the reverse. Get the front of the body opening up. Let the back lean back. Let the throat draw back. Eyes go up to your right hand. And swing the arms, moving back down again to your plank position. A nice strong plank, everyone. Hold it here. Belly in. More core activation. 5. Good, Geraldine. Let your hips come down a little bit more. 4. Yes, that's it. That's it. 3. Dialing the hands out. You're doing great, Claire. 2. And 1. If you want, you can do a push-up. Lower the knees and 1 push-up. Philip, I'm sure you're doing a push-up. Or 2 or 3. All the way down. Point your toes into cobra and downward facing dog. Good job, everyone. Whew. Pedal the feet right and left, right and left. Looking great. All right. In your down dog now, bring your feet together. Yes. Raise your left leg now. Get strong. Hang in there, Richard. That's great. Deep breath in, breathing out. Knee to the nose. You get into a plank. Perfect, Richard. Back up again. And to the left elbow this time. Knee to the left elbow. Yes. Back up again, nice and high. To the right elbow. Cross it underneath. Excellent, Vincian. Back up. To the nose once again. Pull the belly in, yes. Back up to the left elbow. See if you can go beyond your left elbow with the knee, beyond the elbow. Good, back up again. And then to the right elbow, under the body. Back up again and get ready for your warrior 2. Swing the leg between the hands. Spin your right heel down, coming up to warrior 2. So again, we want to look for that dialing out, both feet dialing out. That front knee, careful of it sinking inwards, of it collapsing inwards. You want to dial out so it stays over the front foot. And ideally, the knee kind of points towards the baby toe. This creates an external rotation in the hip socket, which is so good for the outside of the leg and the hip. Stretch your arms, sink down a little bit more, and let's reverse it. Hold in the reverse, stretching the left hand side. Let the throat go back, eyes to the left hand. 3, 2, 1. Move back down again to your plank position. Hold the plank, everyone. Holding it. 5, belly in. Lift your head. Yes, good. Holding. 3, 2, beautiful. 1. Now you can do a push-up if you wish, or you just move straight down. Point your toes, rising to a cobra. Beautiful, yes. And push back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Bravo, everybody. Pedal your feet right and left, right and left. Looking to your hands now, stepping or jumping forward. Get to the front edge of your mat. Halfway lift. Breathing in. Breathe out and fold. Bend your knees down low, and we're going to take our chair. Hands to the thighs. Lift your chest. So lengthening out with the back, I want you to have the curve, but a little pressure downwards with the tailbone is going to keep the belly pulling in and up. And that's what you want in your chair position. There's a sweet spot, keeping the curve, but keeping the belly strong. Take a deep breath in, raise the right arm up. Breathe out, bring it back down. Breathing in, left arm. Breathing out. Right arm. Breathing out. Keep the dialing out of the feet as well. Left arm. Breathing out. Get ready to do both arms. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, both arms. Breathing in. Hold it here. 3. Dialing the feet out. Stay strong. 2. And 1. Hands to your heart center, folding forward. Halfway lift. Step back to your plank. Maybe 1 push-up. All the way down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg between the hands. Taking warrior 2. Dialing the feet out, being strong. Reverse. Keep moving all the way down, plank position. 1 push-up. Down to cobra and downward facing dog. Left leg between the hands. Dial your feet out and come up to warrior 2. Reverse. Moving back down again to plank position. 1 push-up. All the way down, cobra, and down dog. Hold here. If you need to take child's pose, you may, but stay for another 3 breaths, whichever position you take. Deep breathing. Come back to down dog. Look to your hands. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Breathing in. Breathe out, folding. Hands to the thighs. Bend your knees low. Dial your feet out. Rise up to the chair. Hips moving back. Hips moving back. Okay? You got to keep that curve. The belly pulls in and upwards. Hands are still on the thighs. Right arm, deep breath in. Breathing out, bring it down. Left arm. Again, right arm. And left.
2 times with both arms. Breathing in. Last one. Now, sinking down, hands to your heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow over the right thigh. Sink the hips lower than your head. Turn and look. Stay here with the hands at the heart center. Keep dialing the feet out. 3, 2, 1. Look to the floor. Fingertips come down. Gently begin straightening your legs. If the fingertips no longer touch the floor, grab your ankles or your calves, okay? But go as low as you can. Knees stay bent. Feet still dialing out. Look at the floor between your hands. Rest here for a moment. 3, 2, and 1. Rebend your knees. Good. Hands to the thighs. Lift your chest. Let's do the arms again. This time, let's start with the left arm. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring it down. Right arm. Left arm. Right arm. Twice both arms. Deep breath in. Bring them back down. Both arms up. Hold. Hands come to your heart center. This time twist to your left. Your right elbow goes over the left thigh. Turn your head. Turn your shoulders. Hold here. Sink the hips down, lower than the head. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Fingertips come down. Gently straighten your legs, but not completely straight. The knees stay slightly bent. Folding yourself forward. Eyes look at the floor. Feet are dialing out, so you've got that activation in the thighs. You should see that your arches are lifting at the same time. Eyes at the floor. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, set your hands down. Step back to a plank position. 1 push-up, or 2 or 3 if you wish. All the way down, cobra, and downward facing dog. Okay, everyone. Take your right leg between your hands. Listen carefully. You will lower the left knee to the floor, so you double your mat and lower the knee down. Okay? Sinking your hips forward. Set your hands on your front thigh and lift the chest. All right. Keeping this position, hips are forward of the back knee. Okay? So be sure that you're not on top of the knee and your hips going back in this position. You want it forward of the knee. So Geraldine, maybe you want to come a little bit more forward with your hips. All right. Raise your left arm, reaching to the sky. Your right hand will come down towards the ground and you'll lean to your right. The right leg still is dialing out, okay? The foot is still dialing out. So the knee gets in that proper position. Breathe here. 3, fingers spread wide. 2, 1. Coming back up. Set your hands at your hips and let's just release backwards. So now you'll lean back onto the back knee. Set your hands down. Release the back foot if you wish. And if possible, straighten your right leg. Now, right now we have the toes down of the right leg. See if you can stretch forward with the toes down. Chest comes towards the thigh. The nose comes either towards the knee or towards the tibia. Fingertips on the floor. Hold here. You want to swing your left hip back. Good. That's it. Now lift the right toes. So your hips go back even more, even more. Good. 3, 2, 1. Gently set the right foot back down onto the floor. Right knee bends. Okay. Here's where we're going to get into some back work. Tuck your back toes under and lift the back knee. Okay. The right knee stays bent, right foot dialing out. Set your hands on your front thigh and lift the chest. Now, press down with the back leg. So the back foot presses down and it straightens as much as possible. Here, we're going to lean forward over the front leg. The knee is bent, all right? Now you can choose. You can raise your right arm, reaching forward, or both arms reaching forward, or you keep both hands on the front thigh. So stay there. I'm going to come and check some of you that have your videos on. Deep breaths. Stay there. Come on, Geraldine, get up into that posture. You got it. Reaching forward. Good, Claire. Lean forward a little bit more, Claire. A little bit more. Yes, good. If you feel your low back, hands on the thighs. Okay, yeah, good, good. Nice, Taina. Vincian, excellent. Lean forward a little bit more, ladies. Good. Richard, I assume you're working hard. Stay with it. 3, we're almost there. 2, I know it's a challenge. 1, everybody put your hands on the floor. Whew. Okay, take your down dog, raising the right leg up behind you. Good, Claire. Right leg goes up behind you into the down dog. Good, Geraldine. Excellent. Bend the knee, open the hip. Yeah. Bend the knee, lifting the leg high to release it. All right. Bring the foot back down and everyone take child's pose, please. Knees wide. Sink down. Very good. Remember, take care of your back. If you need to, you back off the posture or you have your hands on your front thighs in these postures. Deep breaths. These postures can be medicine for the back. It can be absolutely fantastic for the back. Or if you push yourself too much, you can strain your back. So remember, listen to your body. If there's any straining going on, maybe you need to back off. And let's go for the other side. Reach your arms out in front of you and take your downward facing dog. Good job, everyone. Yes. From down dog, let's raise the left leg and bring the foot between the hands. Let's double up the mat on the right-hand side. The knee comes down. Okay. Hands on the front thigh and you lift up. So you're in that lunge position. The left foot is still activating, dialing outwards so the knee goes out. Hips are forward of the back knee. Lift the chest. Raise your right arm this time. The left hand reaches for the floor and you lean to your left, holding the position. Head is lifted and you're looking forward. Hips are forward. This is an excellent stretch of the psoas iliac muscle. Very deep muscle connecting the upper body to the lower body. 3, 2, 1. Rise back up. Hands will come down. And you'll gently let your hips go back. You can point the toes of the right foot if you wish. The left foot stays flat on the floor for the moment, and the chest goes forward towards the knee. The nose goes forward towards the tibia, fingertips on the floor. Then we'll lift the front toes. So the heel is down, toes are going up. Stretch down the back of the leg. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Reset the foot flat down. Tuck your back toes under and lift the back leg. Hands on the front thigh. And here you are supported. You're supporting the low back. You could lean forward, keeping the low back supported. The right foot presses down into the floor. Left foot dialing out. You could raise just your left arm or both arms, and you're leaning forward, engaging nicely, holding. 4, keep leaning forward. 3, belly is in. 2, and 1. Hands come down. Good job, everyone. Raise the left leg up, up, up into down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip just to release it. Bring the foot back down. Either stay in down dog, or you could take your child's pose. Letting go. Now everyone take child's pose for just a moment. Lift your head and place your elbows down, shoulder width. Palms come together. Lift up onto your knees and walk your knees backwards so you get into a low plank position. It's also called a hover. Your knees are down for the moment. If you want to go farther and everything's okay, tuck your toes under and lift your knees. It makes it much more challenging. Belly stays in, low hover. Keep the hips down. Keep the head lifted, palms touching each other. Press a little bit into your hands. Keep breathing. 4. See if you can flatten out your belly. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Lower the hips down and open your elbows at the same time so your chest comes down. Place your head onto the arms and move the hips from side to side to really let go. Very good. Okay. Lifting your head up, we're going to take an interesting airplane position on the ground. Arms spread as wide as possible. If you don't have the space, do it with the elbows bent. If possible, arms spread wide, stretch to either side. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms, head, chest, and then raise both legs. Holding here. Lengthen out your neck at the same time. If it's too much, just do it with the upper body. Keep the legs down. Now, if you're feeling good, very energetic, and very healthy in the low back, reach back and grab your ankles and go right up into bow pose. If not, stay in that airplane pose. Stay for another 3 breaths. One more deep breath in. Come on back down. Hands under the shoulders, everyone, and push up onto your hands and knees. Walk your knees forward and come up onto your knees. Tucking the toes under, we will take a modified camel pose. So right hand reaches back and grabs the ankle. You're going to be turning your chest a little bit. If you don't grab the ankle, no big deal. Hand at the low back. Raise your left arm next to your left ear and go back as far as is comfortable.
rise back up. And we change. Left arm goes back, reaches for the left ankle. Right arm goes next to the ear and go back with it. Coming back up. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Release your feet. Move the hips from side to side. Swinging your feet to one side. Come to be seated on your mat. Maybe you need to scoot forward a little bit. Grab behind your thighs and roll down. 2 bridge positions. First one, hamstring bridge. Walk your feet away from you, heels into the floor. I'd like to take it a little farther today. Arms down, head is down. Raise the hips up. Squeeze nicely behind the legs. And if you feel good, raise your right knee. Only your left leg working. Holding 3, 2, 1. Bring the right heel back down. Reset. Get ready. Left knee. Hold it up. Yes. Right leg working. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Whoo. Hips come down. Knees up to the chest. Relax for a little bit. Move your feet right and left. Reset your feet close to the hips. Elbows down into the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and raise your hips up. Half bridge pose. Okay. If you want to do full bridge, we'll do it at the end. First part of the half bridge, walk your feet in a little bit. Raise your right leg, bring it up to the sky. Point the toe, hold the hips up. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down. Reset your feet. Raise your left leg, point the toes, and hold it here. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down. Reset. For those of you who would like to take full bridge, set your hands now to either side of the head. Come to the crown of the head first, and then push all the way up into full bridge. Otherwise, you stay in half bridge. Another 3 breaths. 2, and 1. Arms up over the head, reach behind you, and lower the back down 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. Once the back is all the way down, soles of the feet together, knees wide, hands at the fronts of the hips. Close your eyes and rest. If this position is not comfortable for you, you can stretch your legs, keeping your feet as wide as your mat. Let your toes roll out. Let's all raise the knees back up and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. First stretch. Take your hand and place it on the right thigh and push the knee away from you, opening up the front of the hip. Few deep breaths. And then raise both legs up, grabbing behind the left thigh. Pull both knees, right knee towards the right shoulder, left knee towards the left shoulder. And a gentle spinal twist. The left foot comes down, right ankle stays on the left thigh. Let the knees go to your left. Turn your head to the right.
Uncross. Raise the right knee first, left knee follows. Left ankle over the right thigh. Raising both, grab behind the right thigh and pull the knees towards you. Keeping the legs crossed, bring the right foot back down to the earth and allow your knees to fall to your right. Turn your head to the left for the spinal twist. Uncross the legs, roll back onto your back. Soles of the feet together, grab a hold of the feet or the ankles and pull them towards you while allowing the knees to splay out to the sides. So working a little bit the inner thighs. You press your elbows against the inner thighs and the feet go towards the chest. Release your feet, knees together, lift your head, nose between the knees, lower your head down. One leg at a time, stretch the legs onto your mat. Turn your feet from side to side to relax the legs and find that good position. Turn your hands in and out. Then turn your head from side to side. Once you find a comfortable position for your body on the mat, close your eyes and take some deep, slow breaths. With each breath you take in, imagine that you are taking in health, energy, and basically what we call prana, a life force. However you want to imagine this life force, just imagine taking it in with each breath. And as you breathe out, think about sharing this life force with others. You breathe in, you take in this life force. And as you breathe out, you share it with the others around you. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, anyone that's important to you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in
Once more. Begin moving your fingers, your toes. Raise your arms over your head. Stretch from fingers to toes. And then gently raise your knees to your chest. Squeeze the knees against the chest. Right arm to the right ear. Roll to your right hand side. Setting your hands down. Lift up from the side. Good. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face. Gently tap around the eyes. Shake your hands out in front of you. Let's do that again, rubbing your hands together. Bring the hands over the face. And gently tap around your eyes. Shaking out. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Have a lovely Monday and a lovely beginning to your week. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Thanks very much for practicing today with me.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Anne.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a
Thank you,
great
Anne.
day.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Well done.